জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী। জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী। গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী। গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী। যশোদানন্দন ব্রজজনরঞ্জন। যশোদানন্দন ব্রজজনরঞ্জন। যমুনা তীর বনচারী। যমুনা তীর বনচারী। জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী। জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী। গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী। গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী। যশোদানন্দন ব্রজজনরঞ্জন। যশোদানন্দনা ব্রজজনরঞ্জনা যমুনা তীরা বনচারী হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী গোপীজনবল্লভ গিরিবরনারী। গোপীজনবল্লভ গিরিবরনারী। জয়ং বিষ্ণুপাদ পরমহংস পরিব্রাজকাচার্য অষ্টোত্তর শত শ্রী শ্রীমাদ অভয় চরণারবিন্দ ভক্তি বেদান্ত স্বামী প্রভুপাদ কি জয়। ISKCON founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताई की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschata। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की। श्री श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रीमान नित्यानंद प्रभु की। समवेत भक्त वृंद की। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि। So today is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day celebration, Gaur Purnima Mahotsav. Therefore, we are going to discuss from Sri Caitanya Caritamrita Adi Leela, chapter 4. We'll start with text 50, which has been written on the board. Can everybody see it? Okay. Otoeva সেই ভাব অঙ্গীকার করি সাধিলেন নিজ বাঞ্ছা গৌরাঙ্গ শ্রীহরি। অতএব সেই ভাব অঙ্গীকার করি সাধিলেন নিজ বাঞ্ছা গৌরাঙ্গ শ্রীহরি। অতএব সেই ভাব অঙ্গীকার করি, সাধিলেন নিজ বাঞ্ছা গৌরাঙ্গ শ্রীহরি। অতএব সেই ভাব অঙ্গীকার করি, সাধিলেন নিজ বাঞ্ছা গৌরাঙ্গ শ্রীহরি। অতএব, therefore, সেই ভাব, that mood, অঙ্গীকার করি, accepting, সাধিলেন, fulfilled, নিজ, his own, বাঞ্ছা, desire, Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, Lord Gauranga, who is Sri Hari himself, accepted the sentiments of Radha and thus fulfilled his own desires. Please repeat after me. Therefore, Lord Gauranga, who is Sri Hari himself, accepted the sentiment of Radha and thus fulfilled his own desire. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Of the four kinds of reciprocation of loving service, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya, Madhurya is considered the fullest. But the conjugal relationship is further divided into two varieties, namely Shakya and Parokya. Shakya is the relationship with Krishna as a family, as formerly married husband. Shakya is the relationship with Krishna as a formerly married husband. And the Parokya is the relationship with Krishna as a paramour. Expert analysts have decided that the transcendental ecstasy of the Parokya mellow is better because it is more enthusiastic. This phase of conjugal love is found in those who have surrendered to the Lord in intense love, knowing well that such illicit love with a paramour is not morally approved in society. The risks involved in such love of Godhead make this emotion superior to the relationship in which such risk is not involved. The validity of such risk, however, is possible only in the transcendental realm. Shakya and Parokya conjugal love of Godhead have no existence in the material world. The Parokya is not exhibited anywhere in Vaikuntha, but only in the portion of Golok Vrindavan known as Brojo. So I'll repeat this particular sentence once again because it's very important. Shakya and Parokya conjugal love of Godhead have no existence in the material world. The Parokya is not exhibited anywhere in Vaikuntha, but only in the portion of Golok Vrindavan known as Brojo. Some devotees think that Krishna is eternally the enjoyer in Golok Vrindavan, but only sometimes comes to the platform of Brojo to enjoy Parokya Rash. The 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, however, have explained that Krishna's pastimes in Braja are eternal. Like his other activities in Golok Vrindavan, Brojo is a confidential part of Golok Vrindavan. Krishna exhibited his Brojo pastimes on the surface of this world, and similar pastimes are eternally exhibited in Braja in Golok Vrindavan, where Parokya Rash is ever existent. In the third chapter of this epic, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has explicitly accepted the fact that Krishna appears in this material world at the end of Dwapar Yuga of the 28th Chatur Yuga of Vaivashata Manu and brings with him his Brajadham, which is the eternal abode of his highest pastimes. As the Lord appears by his own internal potency, so he also brings all his paraphernalia by the same internal potency without extraneous help. It is further stated here in Chaitanya Charitamrita that the Parokya sentiment is existent only in the transcendental realm and nowhere else. The highest form of ecstasy can exist only in the most confidential part of the transcendental world. But by the causeless mercy of the Lord, we can have a peep into the invisible Braja. The transcendental mellow relished by the gopis in Braja is super excellently featured in Srimati Radharani. Mature assimilation of the transcendental humor of conjugal love is represented by Srimati Radharani, whose feelings are incomprehensible even to the Lord himself. The intensity of a loving service is the highest form of ecstasy. No one can surpass Srimati Radharani in relishing the transcendental mellow qualities of the Lord. Therefore, the Lord himself agreed to assume the position of Srimati Radharani in the form of Lord Sri Krishna. He then relished the transcendental highest position of Parokya Rash, as exhibited in the transcendental abode of Braja. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chukshurunmilitang Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Caitanya Manobhishthang Sthapitang Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandehang Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupang Sagrajatang Sahagana Raghunathan Vitang Twang Sajivam Sadvaitang Savadhutang Parijana Sahitang Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Nitangscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapto Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Tapto Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. অতএব সেই ভাব অঙ্গীকার করি সাধিলেন নিজ বাঞ্ছা গৌরাঙ্গ শ্রীহরি. Therefore Lord Gauranga, who is Sri Hari himself, accepted the sentiment of Radha and thus fulfilled his own desire. So, this is the 50th verse from the 4th chapter of Adi Lila of Sri Caitanya Caritamrita. So, here it has been pointed out why Sri Krishna fulfilled his desire appearing as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, accepting the mood of Srimati Radha. So in this verse it has been very clearly indicated that Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, assuming the mood of Srimati Radharani. Who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And why did he assume the mood? Why did he accept the sentiment of Radharani? In order to fulfill his own desire. Now, what was the desire that we briefly discussed yesterday? That Krishna wanted to find out what is the glory of Radharani's love. How great is the love of Srimati Radharani? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna wanted to know that. Krishna wanted to know what is there in him that attracts Srimati Radharani. And Krishna wanted to know, by loving him, what kind of joy Srimati Radharani experiences. So in order to understand these three things, Krishna had to assume the mood of Srimati Radharani. So Shadhilen Nijobancha Gaurango Shri Hari. And this purport is very wonderful. That's why we actually selected this verse today. Because of this purport. In this purport, Srila Prabhupada had explained that there are 4 loving exchange, loving mellows. Those are known as Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. And of these 4 mellows, the Madhurya is the highest. Hare Krishna. So you just arrived. The flight was all right? Okay. So the Madhurya is the highest. And then Prabhupada explains in the purport that Madhurya mellow also is of 2 types. Madhurya means conjugal relationship. So conjugal relationship is of 2 kinds. Shakya and Parokya. Shakya is where Krishna the queen's relationship with Krishna in Dwarka is Shakya. But Parokya is the gopis' relationship with Krishna in Vrindavan. What is the difference between Shakya and Parakya? What is the difference between Krishna's relationship with the queens in Dwarka and Krishna's relationship with the gopis in Vrindavan? What is the difference? The difference is, in Dwarka, Krishna is married to the queens, whereas in Braja, Krishna is not married to the gopis. So, the loving exchange between husband and wife relationship is Shakya, whereas the loving exchange between Krishna and his lovers, his beloved gopis, with whom he was not married, is Parakya. So it has been pointed out, between these two relationships, of all the relationships, conjugal is the highest, and among conjugal, Parakya is the highest, where Krishna's relationship with the gopis is not formally approved, formally marriage. So now Prabhupada is also pointing out that this conjugal relationship with Krishna is available only in the spiritual sky. It is not available in the material nature. Shakya and Parakya conjugal love of Godhead have no existence in the material nature. So one cannot just say, well, I will develop a relationship with Krishna in conjugal milk. No. In the material nature, only two types of relationship with Krishna is possible. Not even conjugal, only even friendship, even parental, is not available in the material nature. They are only exclusively available in the spiritual sky and nowhere else. Not even in Vaikuntha, what to speak of the material nature. So in the material nature, as I mentioned, there are only two types of relationships are possible. They are Shanta and Dasya. Shanta is inactive and Dasya is active. When one just meditates upon Krishna, that is Shanta Rasa, neutral. But when one becomes engaged in rendering service to Krishna, that is Dasya or servitorship. So when it comes to developing a relationship, we can only develop a relationship in the mood of servitorship. Only in these two mellows. Now one may say, why, what's wrong with friendship? We cannot force friendship with Krishna. We cannot forcibly say that Krishna, I want to be your friend. Because friendship is among equals. Now that means in order to become a friend of Krishna, we have to become equal to Krishna. So who can become equal to Krishna? Now look at parental. Parental is, Krishna is inferior and the devotee is superior. So who can become superior to Krishna? So is it possible for anyone to become superior to Krishna or equal to Krishna? No. But if Krishna wants to become our equal, then it is possible. If Krishna wants to become our junior, inferior to us, Krishna can do that. So this equality, subordination, and conjugal, these three relationships can be available only when Krishna offers it to us. We cannot say that we are going to have these relationships with Krishna. In this respect, just to make this point clear, we can just make a consideration. Like friendship means what? What do the friends do? Friends play, right? And when they play, they have certain conditions also in the games. Like, say for example, one of the games they play in Vrindavan is wrestling. They wrestle. Krishna wrestles with his cowherd boy friends. And in that wrestling bout, if someone loses, the loser has to carry the winner on his back. So in the wrestling match, sometimes Krishna loses. And then the winner, Krishna's friend, demands that Krishna, now you have to carry me. But Krishna refuses to carry him. He says, no, I'm not going to carry you. He says, look, this was the condition. Then Krishna says, no, I didn't lose. There was a banana peel, and I slipped on that banana peel, and you jumped on me and you claimed that you won. But the friend says, no, Krishna, you are lying. That is not true. I made so much effort. I used so much energy to defeat you, and now that I defeated you, you are refusing to carry me on your back. Then, when Krishna refuses still to carry him, the friend forces his way onto Krishna's back. He grabs Krishna and puts his leg on two sides of Krishna's neck. On his shoulder he climbs up and says, now Krishna, you carry me. Now which devotee will ever dare to go onto the altar and put his foot on the body of the altar, on the deity? Will anyone ever dare to do that? Can anybody dare to do that? No. So that is an example why and how we cannot force our relationship with Krishna. But if Krishna, then the question arises, then how come the devotees in Braja, Vrindavan, has that kind of relationship with Krishna? Because Krishna allows them. Krishna has become a cowherd boy. Krishna has become their equal. No jiva, no living entity can become equal to Krishna. But Krishna can become a living entity's equal. That is possible. And that is what Krishna does in Vrindavan. So that is the meaning of this statement of Srila Prabhupada, that this conjugal mellow is not possible in this material nature. Why did Prabhupada make this point so emphatic? Because there are some people, they are known as sahajiyas. They have some sort of deviant philosophy, and in that they kind of develop this kind of, they want to develop this kind of relationship with Krishna. Oh, I am a Sakhi, I am a Gopi. And sometimes they even wear sari. They're men, but in order to experience Gopi Bhav, they wear sari. So this is not devotional service, it is simply a disturbing element. It's disturbance. So that's why Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur fought so strongly, so valiantly to stop all these nonsense activities. Rupanugo viruddhapa siddhanta dhantahari. Now this actually leads to a very interesting point. Why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came? Why Krishna came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Srila Prabhupada gave a hint of that point. Prabhupada is saying that this point had been further explained in the 3rd chapter of Caitanya Charitamrita. So, therefore, we are going into the 3rd chapter of Adi Lila of Caitanya Charitamrita. I will read from the verse 5 onwards. Purna Bhagavan Krishna Brojendra Kumar Goloke Brojer Shaho Nitya Vihar. Lord Krishna, the son of the king of Vraja, is the supreme Lord. He eternally enjoys transcendental pastimes in his eternal abode, Golok, which includes Brajadham. So those who are translating, do they have Caitanya Charitamrita? Raghav Pandit, Caitanya Charitamrita hai tumhare paas? हिंदी चैतन्य चरितामृत है यहाँ? आदि लीला नहीं है, बांग्ला है. बांग्ला তোমরা ইয়ে করছো, বাংলা পড়ছো. আচ্ছা, how come Hindi Chaitanya Charitamrita is not here? They didn't translate Chaitanya Charitamrita. What happened before 1 year? Why didn't you? In Bombay they don't have any? We should have Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay. So Raghav Pandit, हिंदी अनुवाद करने में तकलीफ होता है? ये जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, हाँ, ये समझ गए हैं? अच्छा ठीक है, इसका अनुवाद मैं हिंदी में कर देते, मैं कर रहा हूँ, हाँ, सर पढ़ते हुए. पूर्ण भगवान कृष्ण ब्रजेंद्र कुमार गोलोके ब्रजेर सहो Nitya Vihar. Lord Krishna, the son of the king of Vraja, is the supreme Lord. He eternally enjoys transcendental pastimes in his eternal abode Golok, which includes Brajadham. ब्रजेंद्र नंदन श्री कृष्णा मतलब वृंदावन के श्री कृष्णा जो नंद महाराज के पुत्र हैं, वो है पूर्ण भगवान. कल मैं विचार किया था, हाँ, कि कृष्ण अवतार नहीं है, कृष्ण अवतारी हैं, मतलब कृष्ण स्वयं भगवान है. और ये ब्रजेंद्र कुमार श्री कृष्ण परमेश्वर भगवान, पूर्ण भगवान, स्वयं भगवान श्री कृष्ण गोलोक में अपना लीला नित्य विलास करते हैं. ब्रज जो गोलोक का एक अंतर्गत स्थान है. गोलोक और गोलोक का अंतर्गत है ब्रज या ब्रजधाम. ठीक है. ব্রহ্মার একদিনে তিহ একবার অবতীর্ণ হইয়া করেন প্রকট বিহার. Once in a day of Brahma, he descends to this world to manifest his transcendental pastimes. ब्रह्मा जी का एक दिन में उन्होंने एक बार इस भौतिक जगत में प्रकट होकर, पृथ्वी पर प्रकट होकर अपना लीला विलास करते हैं. कहाँ करते हैं? वृंदावन में. हाँ, সত্য ত্রেতা দাপর কলি চারি যুগ জানি সেই চারি যুগে দিব্য এক যুগ মানি। We know that there are 4 ages, yugas, namely Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali. These 4 together comprise one Divya Yuga. सत्य युग, त्रेता युग, द्वापर युग और कली युग, ये 4 युग हैं और इस 4 युग इकट्ठा होकर एक दिव्य युग का गणना होता है, एक दिव्य युग बनता है। There are 4 yugas, सत्य युग, त्रेता युग, द्वापर युग and कली युग, and together they comprise one दिव्य युग। 71 চতুর্যুগে এক মন্বন্তর, 14 মন্বন্তর ব্রহ্মার दिवस भीतर। ब्रह्मा के एक दिन में 14 मन्वंतर होता है। अच्छा, 71 Divya Yugas constitute one Manvantar. There are 14 Manvantars in one day of Brahma. ब्रह्मा का एक दिन में 14 मन्वंतर होता है और एक एक मन्वंतर का स्थिति कितना है? 71 चतुर्युग। तो ब्रह्मा का एक दिन में कितना मन्वंतर, कितना युग होता है? 1000 चतुर्युग में ब्रह्मा का एक दिन होता है और 71 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 14 वैसे लगभग 1000 होता है। तो ब्रह्मा का एक दिन में 14 मन्वंतर और जो सप्तम मन्वंतर है वो है वैवस्वत मन्वंतर, वैवस्वत मनु का। तो इसका वर्णन हुआ है, वैवस्वत नाम এই সপ্তম মন্বন্তর 27 चतुर्युग ताहार अंतर। तो एक मन्वंतर में कितना युग होता है? How many yugas are there? चतुर्युगस are there in one manvantar? How many manvantars are there? How many chaturyugs are there in one manvantar? 71. तो ब्रह्मा का in one day of Brahma there are 14 manvantar. The 7th manvantar is known as Vaivasvata Manvantar. वैवस्वत मनु का मनवंतर, मनवंतर एक एक मनु का जो स्थिति है उसको एक एक मनवंतर कहा जाता है। तो एक मनवंतर में 71 चतुर्युग होता है। तो वैवस्वत मनु का जो मनवंतर है उस मनवंतर का 27 मनवंतर अतिक्रम होने के बाद 28 मनवंतर जो है उस मनवंतर का द्वापर युग में स्वयं भगवान श्री कृष्ण आते हैं। तो इस मनवंतर कौन सी मनवंतर है? व्हाट इज दिस मनवंतर? दिस इज दैट वैवस्वत मनवंतर। और ये कौन सी? व्हिच चतुर्युग इज दिस? दिस इज 28 चतुर्युग। एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द्वापर युग, at the end of Dwapar Yuga, towards the end of Dwapar Yuga, Krishna manifested his Braja Leela. Right? He manifested his Braja Leela. So in this Manvantar it all happened. In this Chatur Yuga it happened. Just the Dwapar Yuga before this. অষ্টবিংশ চতুর্যুগে দাপরের শেষে ব্রজের সহিতে হয় কৃষ্ণের প্রকাশে, At the end of the Dwapar Yuga, of the 28th Dibya Yuga, Lord Krishna appears on earth with the full paraphernalia of his eternal Brajadham. Dasya Shakho Vatsalya Shringar Chari Rosh Chari Bhaver Bhakta Jato Krishna Tar Bosh. Servitorship, servitude, dasya, friendship, sakhya, parental affection, and conjugal love, shringar, are the four transcendental mellows. By the devotees who cherish these four mellows, Lord Krishna is subdued. When a devotee renders service in these four mellows, then Krishna becomes subdued by him. सुनो, भगवान प्रभुपाद को जब प्रणाम करेंगे इस साइड से करना, उस साइड से अगर करते हो तो पैर कहाँ रहता है, कहाँ रहता है, समझे ना? Everybody make it a point, don't offer obeisances to Prabhupada from that side, because then your feet are showing to the deities. দাস সখা পিতামাতা কান্তাগণ লইয়া ব্রজে ক্রিয়া করে কৃষ্ণ প্রেমাবিষ্ট হইয়া। Absorbed in such transcendental love, Lord Krishna enjoys in Braja with his devoted servant, friends, parents and conjugal lovers. So in Vrindavan, in Braja, Krishna becomes absorbed in the transcendental love with his servants, friends, parents and conjugal lovers. So what is the specialty of Braja Leela? The specialty of Braja Leela is that all the four mellows are experienced in Braja Leela. What are those four mellows? Servitorship, friendship, parental and conjugal. যথেষ্ট বিহরি কৃষ্ণ করে অন্তর্ধান, অন্তর্ধান করি করে মনে অনুমান, অন্তর্ধান করি মনে করে অনুমান. Lord Krishna enjoys his transcendental pastimes as long as he wishes, and then he disappears. After disappearing, however, he thinks thus. So Krishna enjoys his pastimes in Braja, and until as long as he wants, and then he disappears. So he appears and he disappears. That is the thing about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a matter of appearance and disappearance. He, like us, doesn't take birth or die. Appearance and disappearance. Then what did Krishna consider after he disappeared? He considered ঐশ্বর্য জ্ঞানেতে সব জগৎ মিশ্রিত, ঐশ্বর্য শিথিল প্রেমে নাহি মোর প্রীত. Knowing my opulences, the whole world looks upon me with awe and veneration, but devotion made feeble by such reverence does not attract me. Everybody knows the opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the Supreme Creator, He is the Supreme Controller, He is the Supreme Maintainer, and He is the Supreme Destroyer. So when one knows that, generally people know that, and they serve Krishna with awe and reverence. How does one serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead? In great respect and veneration. But Krishna considers that in this awe and reverence, my devotion becomes feeble, becomes weak. Devotion in this loving, in this awe and veneration becomes feeble or weak. For example, what is devotion? Devotion is love, right? And when there is awe and veneration in love, then love becomes weak, love becomes feeble. Like somebody developed a relationship with somebody. So somebody became a friend of somebody. And then he gets to know that he is the son of a very rich man or very big man. Then immediately what happens? He feels, oh, you are the son of such and such person. And the friendship then becomes weak. He can't treat him like a friend anymore. So similarly, when one knows that Krishna is God, he cannot really develop a deep devotion or loving devotion with Krishna. So Krishna considers that awe and veneration weakens the devotion. And in that weak devotion, I do not enjoy. I do not enjoy that devotion that has become weakened by awe and veneration. And when one renders devotional service in awe and veneration, that is called Vaidhi Bhakti. And Krishna says that the whole world is filled with this awe and veneration, and the devotion that they experience, the practice is Vaidhi Bhakti. Oishorjo Gyane Vidhi Bhajan Koriya Boikuntike Jai Choturvidho Mukti Paiya. By performing such regulated devotional service in awe and veneration, one may go to Vaikuntha and attain the 4 kinds of liberation. So when one renders devotional service through Vaidhi Bhakti and he attains perfection, where does he go? Vaidhi Bhakti leads to Vaikuntha. And in Vaikuntha one gets 4 kinds of liberation. Sarupya, Samipya, Salakya and Shashti. They get the liberation of the same kind of form of the Lord. They get the liberation of being very close to the Lord, Samipya. They have another kind of liberation called Shalakya, to reside in the same planet with the Lord. And Shashti, having the same opulence as the Lord. So these are the 4 kinds of liberation in Vaikuntha. So Krishna then considered that they will go to Vaikuntha, they will get these 4 kinds of liberation. Then what will happen to their loving devotion to me? How will they get to know the Braja Prem, loving devotion of Vrindavan? So Krishna therefore considered that Jugo Dharma Pravartaimu Nam Sankirtan Charibhav Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhuvan. I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age, Nam Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the 4 mellows of loving devotional service. Aponi na aponi korimu bhakto bhavo angikare, aponi achari bhakti shikhamu sabare. I shall accept the role of a devotee, and I shall teach devotional service by practicing it myself. আপনে না কইলে ধর্ম শিখানো না যায়, এই তো সিদ্ধান্ত গীতা ভাগবতে গায়। Unless one practices devotional service himself, he cannot teach it to others. The conclusion is indeed confirmed throughout the Gita and Bhagavad. So this point is very important here. So see what Krishna considered after performing his Dwapar Leela. Where did he perform the Dwapar Leela? In this age? Who remembers? In Braja. And in Braja, how many relationships are experienced there? 4. In Vaikuntha, how many relationships are experienced? 2. So, the other 3 relationships, namely Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhur, is not experienced in Vaikuntha. So Krishna considered that now I reveal my Vrindavan Leela, Braja Leela, but how will people enter? How will my devotees enter into Braja Leela? How will they enter into Braja Leela? Because they will worship me through Vaidhi Bhakti, and finally, achieving perfection in Vaidhi Bhakti, they'll go back to Vaikuntha. They'll go to Vaikuntha. So if they go to Vaikuntha, how will they come to Braja? Therefore Krishna decided to come as a devotee. Now the secret is that when one serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead through Vaidhi Bhakti, when one serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead through Vaidhi Bhakti, where does he go? He goes to Vaikuntha. But when one serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a devotee, then where does he go? Then he goes to Braja. So now you understand why Krishna came as a devotee? To make it possible for us to enter into Braja Leela. So if we want to enter into Braja Leela, what do we have to do? We have to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Vaidhi Bhakti. And what is the meaning of Vaidhi Bhakti? Vaidhi Bhakti means following the rules and regulations of the scriptures. You follow the rules and regulations of the scriptures, where will you go? That is called Vaidhi Bhakti. When you follow the rules and regulations of the scriptures, it is called Vaidhi Bhakti. Bidhi, the word Vaidhi is coming from the word Bidhi. Bidhi means rules and regulations. And the rules and regulations are coming from where? They're coming from the scriptures. So Vaidhi Bhakti. Now, what is the Vaidhi Bhakti? What is the Bidhi in the scriptures of serving the Lord as a devotee? What is the Vaidhi Bhakti? How is the Lord as a devotee served according to the scriptural injunction? Sankirtan. Which verse? Very good. Which scripture? Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is saying Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishnam Sangapangastra Parshadam Yagyai Sankirtana Prayair Jajanti hi Sumedhasa. Krishna will appear in this age of Kali. It's forecasted in the scriptures. Will appear in the age of Kali. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Akrishnam. Chanting this name, 2 Varnas, Krishna. Assuming the complexion which is non-Krishna. What is non-Krishna? Akrishna is Gaura, molten golden complexion. So Krishna will appear in the age of Kali, chanting the holy name of the Lord Krishna, making everyone chant this name of Krishna, assuming a golden complexion. And how will he appear? He will appear with his associates and entourage and paraphernalia. Sangha Pangastra Parshadam and Jaggai Sankirtana Prayayit. He will inaugurate a very special kind of yajna. Yajna means, generally understanding is, yajna means havan. Light the fire and put the havi, the offerings, into that fire. But this is a very special type of yajna known as Sankirtana yajna. Jaggai Sankirtana Prayayir. And jajanti hi sumedhasaha. Those who are intelligent, they will worship him by this process of Sankirtan yajna. Right? So what is the Vaidhi Bhakti? For worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead when he comes as a devotee? Sankirtan yajna. So if you want to go to, how many of you want to go to Braja? And how many of you do not want to go to Braja? How many of you do not? And how many did not decide whether to go to Braja? Or not to go to Braja? Anyway, so if you want to go to Braja, don't talk. Don't talk in the class. Keep quiet. Don't talk. I'll ask questions, then you can talk. What is the Braja Leela? What is the way to go to Braja? The way to go to Braja is worshipping Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Sankirtan. Jaggai Sankirtana Praya. And jajanti hi sumedhasa. Those who are intelligent, they will worship him through the Sankirtan. So is this point clear? This point, yesterday I also briefly discussed about this point. I am repeating this point again and again because this is the most important consideration. This is the most important consideration for us. This point has been very elaborately, very clearly established by Nityananda Prabhu. So what is the point? Let us reiterate it now. That Krishna appears, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavan, appears once in a day of Brahma. In Dwapar Yuga. And this was this previous Dwapar Yuga. And after performing his Braja Leela, Krishna considers that I have revealed my Braja Leela, but how will anyone enter into Braja Leela? Because the devotees will naturally serve me following Vaidhi Bhakti. Devotees will naturally serve me through Vaidhi Bhakti. And by performing devotional service and Vaidhi Bhakti, they'll go to Vaikuntha. Therefore, no one will have access to Vrindavan. Therefore, I will come not as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I will come as a devotee. And when devotees will worship me, following Vaidhi Bhakti, my form as a devotee, then they will get access to Vrindavan. The equation is clear? One cannot go to Vaikuntha following Vaidhi Bhakti. Devotees will always worship the Lord following Vaidhi Bhakti. Because without Vaidhi Bhakti, devotional service is not devotional service, it's a disturbance. Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi, Pancharatra Vidhing Bina, Oikantiki Harer Bhaktir Utpatoiva Kalpate. Shruti, Vedas, Smriti, the supplementaries to the Vedas, Puranas, and Pancharatra scriptures. Without following the rules and regulations of the scriptures, if one renders devotional service, even though it may be oikantiki, meaning very, very sincere, even though that devotional service may be very sincere, but it will simply create disturbance. Utpato iva kalpate. Utpat means disturbance. So if devotional service is rendered without following the rules and regulations of the scriptures, it will simply create a disturbance. So a devotee must render devotional service following the rules and regulations. Because without following the rules and regulations, if one renders devotional service, it will simply create a disturbance. We are seeing some so-called big preachers and big sannyasis, big leaders, spiritual leaders. They are introducing something without following the rules and regulations. But what is happening? They are simply creating a disturbance. They are not rendering devotional service to please Krishna. They are simply disturbing Krishna. Why? Because it is done without the rules and regulations of the scriptures. So, now let us again consider the equation. Devotees must render devotional service following Vaidhi Bhakti. Rendering devotional service through Vaidhi Bhakti, one will go to Vaikuntha. Braja is beyond Vaikuntha. If we get stuck in Vaikuntha, we won't be able to go to Braja. So how to then go to Braja? Therefore, Krishna came as a devotee. And when one renders devotional service to that devotee Krishna, following the rules and regulations of Vaidhi Bhakti, which is Nam Sankirtan, then he becomes eligible to enter into Braja. So, this is a very, very important point for us to remember. Why? Because we must understand that Krishna has revealed his Braja Leela for the benefit of the living entities. And the same Krishna has come to make access to Braja Leela, to enable us to enter into his Braja Leela. And the way to do it is follow him, serve him, serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Jaggai Sankirtana Prayur. Now here I will make another point. This may be little difficult for the new devotees to understand, but more experienced, more mature devotees will understand this point. It has been pointed out that it is through Raganuga Bhakti that one enters into Vrindavan. So please try to understand this point. It's a very, very important point. And if you understand this point, then everything will become crystal clear to you. The way, as I mentioned earlier, the Vaidhi Bhakti leads to Vaikuntha. Beyond Vaikuntha is Braja. And the way to enter into Braja is through Raganuga Bhakti. So what is the meaning of Raganuga Bhakti? Raganuga, Rag means love. Love. Anuga means following. So the residents of Vrindavan, the Braja devotees, are known as they have deep loving relationship with Krishna. They are known as Ragatmika Bhaktas. In simple words, it can be considered as Premi Bhaktas. They have love. All they have for Krishna is love. They simply love Krishna. They don't have any other consideration. For example, once Rukmini Devi wondered that why Krishna's heart is always in Vrindavan. Why Krishna is, although he is in Vaikuntha, Vaikuntha has everything. All the opulence is there in Vaikuntha, in Dwarka. But why Krishna is not satisfied here in Dwarka? Why Krishna's heart is always in Vrindavan? Then you know what answer she got? The answer she got is, look, in Vrindavan, every tree is a desire tree. The land of Vrindavan is made of Chintamani. And all the cows in Vrindavan are Surabhi cows. So if they wanted, they could have had all the opulence in Vrindavan. Because Chintamani can give anything. Desire tree can provide anything that one wants. And Surabhi cow can supply anything that one wants. So in Braja, Vrindavan, they could get anything that they wanted, that they want. But there they want only Krishna's love and nothing else. Their only desire is to simply love Krishna and nothing else. Now tell me, which is higher, Vaikuntha or Vrindavan? Krishna, does he care for opulence or Krishna cares for love? Therefore Krishna is stuck in Vrindavan because of the love of the devotees. So all the devotees of Vrindavan are Premi Bhaktas, the loving devotees. And those devotees are known as Ragatmika. Their existence is simply based on their love for Krishna. Besides that, they do not know anything. Ragatmika Bhaktas. So when one follows the Ragatmika Bhaktas, that becomes Raganuga Bhakti. So Rupa Goswami made it very clear in the Nectar of Devotion that the way to enter into Vrindavan is by following one of the residents of Vrindavan. By following one of the residents of Vrindavan, only one can enter into Vrindavan. Otherwise, it's not possible. For example, once Lakshmi Devi told Narayan, I want to see your Braja Leela, I want to see your Rasa dance. Narayan said, okay, then you have to follow one of the gopis of Vrindavan. Lakshmi said, how can I follow anybody? I am Lakshmi. It's not possible for me to become subordinate to anybody. Then Narayan said, then forget it. Then forget enter into Vrindavan. Then Lakshmi Devi performed great austerities for a long, long time. And then Krishna came and asked Lakshmi, why are you performing this austerity? Then Lakshmi said, I want to enter into your Braja Leela. I want to watch, I want to see your Rasa dance. And then Krishna carried Lakshmi on his chest as Shri Vatsya. The Shri mark, the Lakshmi Devi, is in Krishna's chest. That is why she is in Krishna's chest. And that's how she entered into Vrindavan. So even for Lakshmi Devi, it's not possible to enter into Vrindavan without following one of the residents of Vrindavan. The Braja Leelas. Now let us consider To Raganuga Bhakti means to follow a resident of Vrindavan. And that is the way to enter into Vrindavan. Now, who is the greatest devotee of Vrindavan? Srimati Radharani. And who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So when you follow Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who are you following? Srimati Radharani. Therefore, when you serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Sankirtan, what kind of devotional service you are rendering? Although it is Vaidhi Bhakti, it is Raganuga Bhakti. So Vaidhi Bhakti is becoming Raganuga Bhakti in this way. Now why this point is so clear? Because there are some less informed people who think that in order to enter into Vrindavan, I have to follow Raganuga Bhakti. And what do I have to do? I have to imagine that I have become one of the gopis or one of the sakhis or so and so forth. Once in Vrindavan, one devotee, one disciple of Prabhupada, he was a sannyasi. So one devotee came to the room and he found that he was moving in a very strange way. So he asked him, "Hey, what's happening?" So this sannyasi said, "You see, I just found out that in my sarup I am a peacock, and I am practicing to move like a peacock." And soon after that he fell down. He left ISKCON. So this is the danger that we run into. Some sort of unscrupulous people, they gives misleading ideas. Oh, you are this, in your sarup you are this, or you are that. And this way they get misled. And Prabhupada warned us repeatedly, don't worry about your Siddha Swarup, don't worry about your spiritual identity. Just serve this Sankirtan movement. And in course of time, your Swarup will become revealed. Because Swarup is already there. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Shadha Kobunai Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Karai Udai. This is how simple this process actually is. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it so simple. What can be easier than this? Just serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a devotee following the Sankirtan movement. And this Sankirtan is synonymous to Raganuga Bhakti. There is no difference between Sankirtan and Raganuga Bhakti. Because by Sankirtan we follow Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We follow Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And Krishna has come here in this way to open the gate of Vrindavan so that we all can enter there. So when he made this wonderful arrangement, why should we try to concoct some other means? As if the process that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave is not good enough. We have to get something else. Yes, if you want to get something else, then you'll get something. What will you get? You'll get Maya. You won't get Krishna. If you are not satisfied with the process that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave, if you are trying to get something else, then you won't get Krishna, you will get Maya. Now the choice is yours. Whom you want? Do you want Krishna or do you want Maya? And if you follow the process, it will automatically become manifest to you. You will see it. That how this wonderful process is taking a very, very wonderful shape in the core of your heart. So today is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day. That's why we have to very, very carefully remember this point. Why he came and why should we follow him? And by following him, what will we benefit? And is there any other benefit that can compare to this benefit? So that is what we have to understand, that is what we must meditate on today, especially. And beg for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy on this very special day when he is very, very magnanimous. He is already extremely magnanimous and he has become even more magnanimous on this Gaur Purnima day. And let us pray to him that we can follow him without any deviation, without any interruption, and we can become an instrument in his hand, in his Sankirtan movement, and we can spread this Krishna consciousness movement to those who are around us in a most effective way, because that's what he wants. He came to distribute this Krishna Prem, and if he sees that we are also trying to distribute this Krishna Prem, then he will become happy. And in this way, very soon, the whole world will become inundated with Krishna Prem, according to his prediction. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Gaur. Srila Prabhupada ki. Does anybody have any question or comment? Yes, Sitaram.
After having read that Bible, not so many confusion about which way to go or what to do. My question is, in the...
Okay, let me make this point clear to the devotee. That Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wrote a book which is called the Shatadushini, Prakrita Rasa Shatadushini. Yeah. Prakrita Rasa means, Prakrita means mundane. Rasa means mellow, for enjoyment. So, we mentioned about the mellows, but we discussed about the spiritual mellow, but there is also material mellow. So what is the material mellow? Material mellow means sense gratification. So some people, they actually propagate that in the name of Krishna consciousness, they promote material sense gratification. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wrote this, which is actually Satadushini. Satadushani means a broom. A broom. What do you do with a broom? You sweep to clean. So he wanted to keep the Vaishnav community clean by keeping this garbage of mundane sense gratification away with this broom. So that is, that's the point he was making, that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave such a wonderful formula to keep this nonsense of this apasampradayas out of it, out of the Vaishnav community. Okay, go ahead now, Sitaram.
Rajadam, going to the Brahma Vrindavan. Now, when Brahma created the universe, was Brahma Vrindavan existing? Or does it only come with Krishna and as a Kripa? Because now we say it's eternally here.
Very good.
I understand that.
Very good point. So, in the material nature, in this material universe, on this earth planet, there is a Vrindavan. So, his question is, did Brahma create that Vrindavan or Krishna brings that Vrindavan with him? Brahma doesn't actually have the ability to create Vrindavan. This Vrindavan Krishna brings with him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also brings with him Navadvip. Shaparashad Shiyodham Shaho Avatori. or Shangopangastra Parshadam. So he brings the dham with him. Yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Jamuna Priya.
Guru Maharaj, I was wondering, the relationship one has with Krishna, is that decided by Krishna himself? And if that is the case, then why is Vaikuntha?
Yeah, right, exactly. Very good point. Yes, it is Krishna who decides. Or Krishna gives it up to Yogamaya to figure it out. And Yogamaya is like the director. Like a director figures out which actor will play which role. Yogamaya kind of decides who will play which role in Krishna's pastimes. But ultimately, of course, it's Krishna's decision. Yes, Parul?
Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes only once in Brahma's day. So does Srila Prabhupada also comes only once following Sri Krishna and establishes ISKCON, or does Prabhupada comes every Chaturyuga and establishes ISKCON?
Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, and in the following Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, and then following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's plan, Srila Prabhupada comes, and then Prabhupada never leaves. Prabhupada just stays here for 10,000 years to make sure that all of us are properly situated in Krishna consciousness. All right, and Prabhupada is present in the form of ISKCON. Okay.
Guru Maharaj, but does ISKCON is present in every Manantar and every Chaturya?
No.
There are 14 Manantars, so...
Only in Vaivashvata Manantar, which is the 7th Manantar, the 28th Chaturya.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Right. Okay. Do you have a question? You? Yeah. You had so many questions then.
Maharaj, there was just a second part to my question. That if Krishna, there was a second part to my first question, which was that if Krishna is deciding our relationship and conjugal love is the highest, then why is there Vaikuntha?
Because Krishna wants that some people will, spirit souls, most of the spirit souls will actually worship him through awe and reverence. Because in Vaikuntha, you see, that's the natural tendency for a living entity to be full of awe and veneration towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But it's only some special souls who have the prerogative of developing this friendship, parental and conjugal relationship with Krishna. And that is the highest mellow of loving exchange. And Krishna enjoys these mellows in the topmost region of the spiritual sky with his most intimate devotees. Yes, Krishna-chan.
Hare Krishna. Even those devotees who are very advanced in Raganuga Bhakti, like the Acharyas, when they perform their pastimes in this material world, we can see that they also stick to the rules and regulations of Vaidhi Bhakti to a great extent. Could you explain on the reason and why the Acharyas also do that?
Yes, the following the rules and regulations of the scriptures are essential, because otherwise there will be anarchy. So, especially spiritual life is designed in a very disciplined and systematic way. And those how to approach, how to act, how to render devotional service have been very clearly described in the scriptures for our benefit. Right? So people in general have to follow. Even though who have developed their loving relationship with Krishna, they also follow the Vaidhi Bhakti. Because otherwise, jajjad acharate shreshta slokas tadanuvartate. Like if at an advanced stage, if one starts to not to follow by the bhakti, then everyone will say, well, let's follow him. There is no need to follow by the bhakti. And as a result of that, there will be a disturbance. Like an example can be given. The king makes the law for the common people. And this law is not meant for king's own people. Right? They can do whatever they want to do. Now, king made a law that one should drive on the right-hand side of the road. Right? Now, king's people and even king himself, when he drives on the road, he follows his own law. Because if he does not, then others will not also follow the rule and regulation. So that's why jajjad acharati shreshtas. Whatever the great man does, common man follows. So if the great man breaks the rules and regulations, the common man also will break the rules and regulations. As it is happening now. No one, especially in some parts of India, they don't follow rules and regulations. Even the government officials don't follow. Even the policemen don't follow rules and regulations. Those who are supposed to make the rules and keep the law and order, if they don't follow, how can you expect any rules and regulations? And that's why there is total chaos. But the proper system is to establish rules and regulations. Yes, Manu?
My question is that prior to appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so many acharyas have come like Ramanujacharya, etc. So the followers of those acharyas, will they not be able to go to Vrijadham? Will they only attend Vaikuntha?
All the other four sampradayas, yes, Vaishnava sampradayas, but their destination is Vaikuntha because, it's only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who actually made Vrindavan accessible. And they are also they can come, join Mahaprabhu Sankirtan movement and go to Vrindavan. Many Vaishnavas did that. Like Prabodhananda Saraswati, Gopal Bhatta, they were from Sri Sampradaya, Ramanuja Sampradaya. But they joined Mahaprabhu and became Gauriya Vaishnavas. Yes.
Guru Maharaj, at the time of Sankirtan Yajna, we should offer our love to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or to Radha Krishna?
There is no difference. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna. Right? So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahiyanna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Radha and Krishna. But the way to worship him will be in the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I mean, recognizing that that we are offering it to him. But then again, at the same time, at the back of our mind, we know that it's Radha Krishna. That he is Radha Krishna.
Guru Maharaj, because when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when we start from Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, at that time I remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and as I start Hare Krishna, I remember Radha Krishna.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But when you're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then you have to see it as Radha Krishna. That Hare Krishna Mahamantra is indicating Hara Krishna. Hara is Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So, by rendering devotional service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, eventually we'll get to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Radha Krishna. And by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, eventually we'll get to see that this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is indicating Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it will work both ways. Okay. Yes, Jaidev.
Without mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, no one can reach. So, should we first try to please Nityananda Prabhu?
You see, Nityananda Prabhu is declaring Jatishtang re bhrato kuru hori hori dhana manisham tato ba sangsharam buddhi tarono dayo moi laget. He is saying, my dear brothers, you just chant the holy name of the Lord. Hori hori dhana manisham tato ba sangsharam buddhi tarono dayo moi laget. Then I will become responsible to take you across the material nature. So when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, naturally Nityananda Prabhu will be extremely pleased. And he'll engage you in the service of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hano nitai bine bhai, Radha Krishna paite nai. Without the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, one cannot get Radha Krishna. And who is Radha Krishna? It's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes. Give me.
Who is superior in Sudamas and Gopis?
Well, according to the understanding of Melos, the Gopis are situated in a higher position. Sudama is in Shakharas, Gopis are in Madhurjaras. There was a question here? Yes.
Maharaj, if a living entity has attained Vaikuntha, is it possible for the living entity to progress to Vraja, or is he kind of stuck there? Or
if a living entity is in Vaikuntha, is he stuck there, or he can get promoted to Vrindavan, Vraja? Right? That's your question. You see, in Brihad Bhagavatamritam, that point has been dealt with. Vaikuntha has different regions, like upper region of Vaikuntha is Ayodhya, and beyond Ayodhya is Dwarka. So that's the Dwarka is the topmost region of Vaikuntha. So Brihad Bhagavatamritam is describing the journey of a devotee, Gop Kumar, to back to the spiritual sky. So Gop Kumar went to Vaikuntha. From Vaikuntha he was promoted to Ayodhya. Then he was promoted to Dwarka. And in Dwarka also he was associating with he was getting the association of Krishna and the queens, and they were dealing with him most affectionately. But still his heart was not content. So one day Narad Muni came there and saw his condition. So Narad Muni asked him, what's the matter? You are in Dwarka, you are having the association of the Lord, you are receiving so much affection from the queens, they treat you like their own son, and still your heart is not content. Then he started to tell him that yes, that's true. You see, my heart is yearning for a cowherd boy who wears a peacock feather on his head, who plays flute and who tends cows in the forest with his friends. My heart is yearning to be with him. So then Narad Muni told him that look, your relationship is with Krishna of Vrindavan. Now in order to go to Vrindavan, you have to go back to the earth planet. In Vrindavan there, Bhauma Vrindavan. And there you must perform Sankirtan, calling out to the Lord with all the love of your heart. Hey Govinda, Hey Gopal. And that is how you'll become qualified to go to Vrindavan. So the point is, yes, even from Vaikuntha, even from Dwarka, one cannot enter into Vrindavan. One has to come back to the earth planet. In the earth, Bhauma Vrindavan, he'll have to perform the Sankirtan. And then he will become eligible to go to Vrindavan. Can you imagine how fortunate you are? you have the option, you have the opportunity to be on the earth planet. You have access to Sankirtan. And now, what can stop you from going to Vrindavan? You'll bypass Vaikuntha and go to Vrindavan. Hare Krishna. Okay, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Shri Gaur Purnima Mahotsav ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Lalita Vishakha Devi ki, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram Sandipani Muni ki, Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki, Gaur Premanande.